Well, the first thing is to realize that the only person you can save is yourself. So that's an important thing, to know what your limitations are. You can offer people support, guidance, but ultimately each person is responsible for their own recovery. That's an important piece. I think for family members, like siblings, often feel like overlooked in all of this. So if you're a parent, many times just to have some compassion for yourself, because many family members explain that all their energy goes to the person who is not well. And what about the other people? How to keep it in balance? And sometimes some of the other siblings start acting out. They may think that their sib is putting it on. They may think they're to blame. So there's a lot of responsibilities, and I think it's to say that you're in a very difficult situation. First of all, you've got to try and keep your own head above water. Just look at your own self-care, and then just go slowly, one day at a time. I think what happens with this is that families can start feeling very catastrophic, and it can feel so overwhelming. So going one step at a time can be very helpful and useful. And again, just doing the things that you normally do in your family. That's good for the family, but it's also good for your loved one who is not well, because when they start becoming cognizant what's really wrong with them, if they feel that they've impacted that family to such an extent that the rest of the family is in a disarray, that causes a lot of difficulty. So, I mean, each family is very different. That's what I'm not going to say again. There's not one solution. I think it would be important for families to get the help, to get the support for themselves, and really process some of these pieces. That being said, family members who have been through this are a wonderful support for other family members. I think the mutual aid, the peer support piece is vital, because professionals can help to a certain extent, but I think more important is to, let's say in all my groups and all the teaching that I do, I bring a family member or somebody with lived experience into the room to tell their story. And I think giving people hope is a very important piece. So I think that when people in the early stages, they want to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that they're going through a hell of a hard time, but they will be able to arrive on the other side intact. And some families even thrive because, as we know, a crisis is a danger, but it's also opportunity for change. And I'm not trying to be Pollyannish about this, but many families do tell those kinds of stories, and I know there'll be one or two in the film which probably will reflect that.